A real common issue with older cars is the driver's seat gets worn much more so than the passenger seat. So you can see the foam on the passenger seat still has a lot of definition and it's not compressed at all because, cars rarely take a passenger. But you see the driver's seat, this side is collapsed and all this, you can feel the metal coming through. So one of the solutions for this is to just do a foam swap. So you just put the foam from the passenger seat onto the driver's seat and put the bad foam to the passenger seat. So that's what we're going to do today. Oh, hi, Sushi. Just going to take off these seat rails first. Seat rails are off. So two halves are separated, so now I'm just going to snip these metal ties with some snips. And just replace these with little zip ties. I think you will agree that is not perfect and it's pretty old, but that is much, much better than this. Also, the seat base is so rusty. I suppose just hit it with a wire brush. Gross. Actually, on second thought, the driver's side seat base is so rusty and all the suspension spring work is just so bad. So I've got this spare passenger seat that I got the foam out of, and as far as I can tell, I can make this passenger base into a driver's one just by basically grinding this bracket out, welding onto the other side, and then they've got these sort of captive nuts welded for the adjustment mechanism. That's what the bracket sort of bolts up to, and all I got to do is just weld some nuts onto this side, and that's it, and that's becomes a driver's side seat base. I think that's a better idea than trying to restore that one. So got him off with a part of the seat, but that's okay. Just gonna line up through this hole. That's what they would have used at the factory to line up the brackets. This base would have been stamped for either left or right, and then the difference is where they weld this bracket and the two captive nuts. So just going to line that up and just zip it together with my trusty Viper gasless MIG, and just find some nuts for the other side. The Viper is all ready to go. Got the earth clamp on. Torch. Prettiest welds, but they're gonna hold. Actually, I'm not gonna waste good nuts. I'm just gonna cut these ones out of this rusty rail and just weld them onto the better one. Well, that's it. That's how our passenger side becomes driver's side. So what we can do with that gross upholstery. So here we have our base, the foam that we put off the passenger seat, and I'm just putting this gross cover back on it. Doesn't matter because got some canvas seat covers that I'm going to put on it, so I'm not going to worry too much. Hey, you're back. You're back. And you too. Oh. Just come see what's happening, eh? So, I've just zip tied the seat cover back to the seat rail in a few spots, and that's gonna keep the cover on. Gave it a bit of a vacuum, but it's dirty again. But it doesn't matter because we're going to be putting canvas cover on that. So now the back cushion. So just going to cut these little metal staples apart and then just peel the whole cover off. So I peeled the cover off the back part of the seat, and you can see there's metal frame poking through it, and pretty poor shape. This one is in a lot better shape, so we're going to put this one onto this frame. Well, the seat rail's back on and they're lubricated, all working, ready to go back in the car. And here's the seat in the car, fitted and looking amazing. So keep watching the vids, guys. This project's going to take off pretty soon. We're going to do some pretty interesting stuff. Thanks.